I have to encourage you guys one more time about crying out to Jesus and purifying your hearts and keeping them pure and moving forward with a pure heart. First, the Lord told me to tell you that moral cleanness, perfection, utter purity is available to you. Jesus as a man kept his heart pure. As human beings, children of God, we can stand before God's throne blameless. We can be perfect. We can have pure hearts. The only way is to put our faith in Jesus, in his power, which is obeying what he tells us, following his guidance and his instructions whenever they come, however often they come, submitting to him and letting him teach us and show us how to purify ourselves. Human effort can't meet his expectations. It can't meet the goal of being perfect like he's perfect. But if we put our faith in him, and if we believe that his power is great enough to bring us to utter purity, pristine cleanness in this life, without blemish, then we will see his results. Perfection is there. It's available for us. And by Jesus' words, the words that he speaks to us, if we follow those words, we can get there. His words are the road. If we follow those words, we can be perfect. I want to encourage you. If you want to be pure, if you want to serve the Lord, if you want to be holy, if you really see perfection as a realistic, attainable, foreseeable goal, if you want that, if you are willing, then Jesus is willing to teach you. He's there. He's available to you. And it's yours. It is yours. I'm telling you now, it's yours. The only way to walk towards it is to go by the steps that Jesus orders for you. Each step that he tells you to take it. Obey what he says. His words are the stepping stones. His guidance is the way. When you follow that, you will make it there. You will make it there. But you have to put your trust and faith in him, his power. You have to keep going back to him. You have to put that goal in front of you. You have to believe that it's there for you. Don't short sell yourself. Believe that you can be perfect in this life. That you can be pure in this life. Only Jesus can show us how to purify our hearts. He is the only way. Human effort and self-purification fall terribly, terribly short. It will never make the grade. But for those of you who really want that, and you're humble enough to say, if this is possible, I will walk towards that. It's yours. It's yours. It's so yours. Be patient with yourself. My friends, my brothers, my sisters, be patient with yourselves. The Lord told me to encourage you. He's more patient with you guys than you are often with yourselves. He is willing and able to teach. Keep going back to him. And go to him if you haven't yet. When you go before him, ask him to reveal the secret things in you, to peel back the layers of your heart that you can't see. The heart is desperately wicked and terribly deceitful. It goes beyond the thoughts that we can watch in our minds. It goes beyond the things that we can detect inside of ourselves. It goes right down to the most subconscious level of our ways, our intentions, our motives. Those wordless things, those wordless roots that cause every way that we take, that cause us to move the way that we move. We don't always see them. We often don't even know they exist. So we have to humble ourselves. It's a very slippery slope if we deceive ourselves with pride and start thinking that we're pure when we're not. When we start walking in self-affirmation. But Jesus knows. He knows what's in us. And the process of purification of the heart, though it's painful, and though it might be long, it's in going back to Jesus again and again and putting ourselves on the altar of sacrifice and letting His fire purify the dross out of us. We have to do that every day. We have to do that every day. We have to follow His guidance every day. And keep that goal ahead of us. Keep that in mind. We have to keep crying out to Jesus. Keep asking Him to show us what's under that rock, under that soil, the roots that we don't see. Even though we may see the stem, we may see the flower, we may see the bud, we don't see the root system. It's subconscious. It's subliminal. But the road to utter purification, peace with God, soundness, wholeness, completeness, the perfect image of Jesus, that's a real road, and it does have a foreseeable end in this life. I want to encourage you, see that as real. Put it ahead of yourself. See that as real for you. And ask Jesus to walk you there. Humble yourself. Let Him teach you Himself personally. Let Him speak to you. Keep going back to Him. Be slow, be cautious, be humble. And it's yours. That's my encouragement to you guys. The way is by crying out. Putting all of your ways, your intentions before Jesus. All of your fears, all of your doubts, all of your sin, unbelief, your own opinions, your own views of yourself, as they're progressively shown to you. And then following what He tells you. Obeying the words He gives you. That's the way. Keep walking. He is your only guide, and He's your only example. His is the face you have to be staring at. That's my encouragement to you. May the grace of the Lord Jesus be with every single one of you. Hey everybody. This is my last video on YouTube. The Lord told me I'm finished. I completed the work He's given me for this channel. I preached what He told me to preach. I am discharged from my duty here. So yes, this is my last YouTube message. But I'm available to be contacted. There are those of you who are in contact with me already. You can remain in contact with me. There are those of you who may want to get in contact. My contact information will be provided in this video. Right now, in fact, the best way to contact me is through email. My email is psalm16.11@hotmail.com. That's psalm16.11@hotmail.com. That's the best way to reach me for those of you who don't know. I want to put a disclaimer out there. I do see every email, And so far I have a policy that I do respond to every email. But the disclaimer is that I will respond to you as Jesus leads me. If that means that I get back to you late, it's because he told me to get back to you late. If I respond to you in a short manner, it's because he told me to keep my words few. If I don't directly answer your question, if you send me a question, it's because he told me not to answer your question. I type and say whatever he tells me to say. That's how I operate. So I want to put that out there for those of you who don't already know that about me. But I do want to make a rather candid point here and say that I do see all of your emails and every single one of your concerns, questions, comments, and even those emails that you send to me where you're just checking up on me and asking how I'm doing. All of those matter a great deal to me. Your contact, your reaching out matters a great deal to me. All of you matter a great deal to me. There are those of you who have stuck with me for a long time, kept up to date, kept in contact with me, and you know who you are. Thank you very much for your support and prayers, brother, sister, or friend, whoever you may be. For those of you who have not stuck with me but have contacted me before, not regularly but just have reached out once, if you are seeing this video, thank you, because your reaching out also matters very much to me. There are those of you who, through YouTube, have come to know me and have eventually met me face to face, come and visited me and seen me and haven't gotten to know me personally. And for those of you who have and are watching this, you know that my entire YouTube career, if you want to call it that, has been a means the Lord has used to dramatically change my life. And I'm currently in a very, very serious, but very good transitional phase. So the Lord has told me that I'm finished. I'm discharged from my duty here, and He's moving me onward to complete and utter perfection, onto the next tasks that He has for me. So I will keep this channel up. I will leave the videos up for those of you who want to watch them. But I will not be posting on here anymore. I will still be active, so my presence will still be here. As the Lord leads, I'll continue responding to comments if any of you post any of them, but that's as the Lord leads. So if I don't, then you know why. If I do, then you know why. We'll see how He leads. But again, my contact information, my email, which again is the best way to reach me, is psalm16:11@hotmail.com. Thank you very much for watching. May the grace of the Lord Jesus be with every one of you.